Hey everyone, welcome back to today's video. We are doing a recap of my first trimester. I can't believe we're already past my first trimester. I'm quickly doing this before I have to head to work. We have a 2-hour delay, so I'm gonna quickly record this and just let you know the recaps of everything that's going on. I have recorded a good bit of my pregnancy so far, but just so it's all in one video and you can see everything, we're just gonna do it in here. All right, so to begin with, I found out that I was pregnant in the last week of November. I actually have a whole video of me testing myself every single day until I actually find out that I'm pregnant. I will link the video down below. That was a whirlwind because I just did not believe that it was coming up. I was like, wait, is this actually it? I didn't want to get too into it and be like, oh my God, I think I'm pregnant, and then miscarry, or it's not real, it's a chemical pregnancy, or something of that matter. So I just was, you know, all right, I don't see a line, that's it. I'm not gonna wait another 10 minutes until something appears. Then I started taking I was taking the strips first, and then I found a line, and then I started taking first response, and then I started taking clear blue as well, and they were all coming up pregnant. I booked an appointment with my doctor. Normally you're supposed to go at 8 weeks, but because I'm so high risk, they took me at 6 weeks. He confirmed the pregnancy with a urine test and set me up with an ultrasound that same week and confirmed it with ultrasound. So we are definitely pregnant with baby number 3 at this point. Me and Anthony are in complete shock because we weren't even trying that month. We wanted to start trying legitimately in December, January, February, so we could have a fall baby. We only tried once and ended up with this baby, so we really took the pressure off and we got pregnant. So if you're in my boat and you're really struggling and you're just like putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and it's always just that one time that you didn't want to get pregnant and you get pregnant. So that's this right now. To get started on my symptoms, it really hit me right after the 6-week mark. I got hit with morning sickness immediately. It was absolutely terrible. And it was all day. It wasn't even like, they lie when they say morning sickness is just in the morning. It is an all day thing. Smells, food in general, seeing things, like if Ollie would gag or the cats would gag, would make me throw up. The feeling of nausea all day, even though I didn't have to throw up at that moment, it was just there in my chest, in my stomach, it was everywhere. My head was pounding. I had like massive migraines and headaches every single day. The fatigue of being pregnant in the beginning, because you're throwing up so much, you can't keep anything down, you're not getting as much nutrients as you need while you're like in the first trimester, because I'm constantly throwing up. The fatigue hit me so hard. I would be done work, or I would take a nap at work during my lunch break, come home, eat dinner, and take another nap before I went to bed at the end of the night. It was bad. That's why I missed so many videos at the beginning of this pregnancy, because I was just sleeping nonstop. I was so tired. And speaking of like nausea with food, I had so many food aversions. Everything that I used to love, I now cannot eat. I have not eaten meat in months. Like chicken, I haven't eaten chicken in like a few months. Like normally I would eat like a meat, a veggie, and a side for like carbs, but I'm not even eating that anymore. I have dwindled down to just eating pasta because that is the only thing that my stomach can handle. You could definitely see it in my face, but my belly is still there and it has popped. I definitely look pregnant now, which is crazy because I popped around 14-15 weeks with Ollie, but I popped around 11 or 12 weeks with this baby. So it's coming earlier. They always say that like your body remembers, so she definitely remembers. We did do the gender reveal at 7 to 8 weeks. I do have a video on that as well, and you can check that out down below. We did the blood test through Sneak Peek. I sent out my information at 7 weeks. They gave it back to me in a few days, and Tara created a cake with Lily and had the color in it, and we are having a baby boy. If you have not seen it, yeah, you can check it down below, but we're definitely having a baby boy. And then right after we did the gender reveal, I ended up sick around Christmas time. I just did not feel well, and this lasted for 3 months just for the migraines and throwing up, like the non-stop throwing up. This is where it went downhill for me. I was around 8 weeks at that point. The migraines were knocking me out. The lights, sounds, anything would really just like make my headache pound even worse, and the only thing I could really take was Tylenol. I was exhausted. They were knocking me out. I was tired. I was home alone with Ollie during the winter break, and I was just falling asleep on the couch, and thank God, like, he can wake me up if he wants something. But I was just like so exhausted. I was dead on the couch most of the holiday break. And it lasted for 3 weeks. My migraines did not go away for 3 whole weeks. And like I said, the throwing up did not stop for 3 weeks straight. It was terrible. And on top of that, I had a sore throat and a congestion going on. And I can't really take anything because I'm pregnant. Anything I had in the house was just not pregnancy worthy. Like NyQuil, you're not allowed to take that because of the alcohol and stuff in there. So I couldn't take that, and I was dying. The cough did linger for another week or two, but it eventually went away. And I will say, illness hits you harder when you are pregnant. I tested for COVID 3 times and it was not COVID. I don't know what it was. It just hit me way harder than I thought it was going to. Ollie had it and he was okay in like 3 days. Me, I was knocked on my ass for weeks. So definitely watch yourself if you're pregnant. It's gonna hit you harder. And to wrap up everything from my first trimester, I pretty much already said that I now have a bump. Like I said, it grew around 11 to 12 weeks, and it's more prominent when I actually eat my lunch. But you can still see it. It's still there. It is there. And everybody loves to touch it. I'm gonna put this out here because most people are just like, oh my god, pregnant woman, let me touch her belly. There are some women who absolutely hate being touched during pregnancy. I didn't like it with Lily, I didn't like it with Ollie, and I don't like it now. I absolutely hate when people touch my stomach. It drives me nuts. If I'm not telling you, yeah, go ahead, do not reach your hand and touch me. And it's been nonstop. People in my office, people, like, I'm in a whole building, people will see me walk down the hallway and just finding out that I'm pregnant, touching my belly. Inappropriate. I don't think that's something you should be doing unless it's wanted. It's not wanted for me, and people are still doing it. So it's been nonstop since my belly has popped, and it's probably going to continue even though I'm telling people to stop. So just putting it out there for the world, don't touch people's bellies. I have also felt some movement around the 12-week mark. It was like a little flutter, nothing too crazy. They always say, like, with more pregnancies you can feel it earlier. Like I said, I'm not really feeling much. It's nothing there. But baby boy is doing great. I got a lot of blood work done, and we will recap my second trimester so you guys can know all of the good stuff with like more ultrasounds and blood work and stuff like that. So that was my first trimester. It was a hell of a ride. It was terrible, and every time I'm like, oh, I want to have another baby, I'm now thinking back to this terrible first trimester. I also want to say that I'm still high risk. There's nothing I can do about this, even though I'm past the third trimester and most people lose the risk of miscarriages and stillbirths. Mine is still very high risk. He has me coming in more frequently, and he is worried about me still miscarrying, so I am being checked on more regularly. They take blood a lot more often, so definitely still have to worry about that. And I'm trying to keep my cool with no stress and just taking care of myself, giving myself some time alone without Ollie and Anthony in the bathtub, just relaxing. I get more naps because Anthony is just like taking over as the head of household. Normally I'm just like on top of everything. but because of how bad the first trimester hit me, Anthony has been such a great support system throughout this entire pregnancy so far. He has taken on Ollie. He has a high labor job. He's taken on all of the house chores. And he's also been taking care of like things that Lily needs. Normally that's just like strictly for me, but he has been putting his input into it and just taking care of it when I just cannot do it. He has just been great, especially when I'm working 6 days a week. For the last couple of weeks I've been doing that. He has taken over and he's doing such a great job. He's such a great dad. And yeah, that's my first trimester in a haul. That's it. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. I would love to hear all about your first trimesters. I've also found that with my first trimester with Lily, I was not sick at all. I didn't have any morning sickness. I had such a great pregnancy overall with Lily. I had a rough time with Ollie, and to be honest, before I got pregnant with this baby, I should have rewatched those videos of Ollie's pregnancy because that was rough. So I kind of knew that this baby was a boy just from how terrible my pregnancy was from the very beginning. So yeah, let me know if you have any patterns in your pregnancies, if you've had different results from girls and boys. Just let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear all about it. And if you're struggling like me, I feel you, girl, but you're gonna get through it. It's gonna get better. I'm feeling way better now that I'm in the second trimester. So yeah, that's my whole first trimester completed. Thank God we're out of that. So I'm gonna end the video here. Let me know in the comment section if you love this video and you want to see more recaps as we continue on with this baby. And I'll also be doing hauls and other types of videos moving forward with the baby related stuff. So let me know in the comment section if you want to see that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.